Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you're still relying on hope or just crossing your fingers to figure out your next career move, well, it's definitely time for a massive change. Today, we're completely ditching guesswork in favor of a hardcore, data-driven blueprint for the future. We're going to talk about architecting your long-term career path, and we're doing it by leveraging some of the most insanely powerful predictive tools available to us right now. Let's get right into it.
What if you could literally see the exact moment your industry is going to pivot, way before it actually happens? I mean, just imagine the sheer advantage that gives you. Algorithmic forecasting, it's not just for massive hedge funds or complex global supply chains anymore. Nope, it is fast becoming your ultimate professional secret weapon to navigate the incredible, massive shifts coming our way. Experts are literally warning us that by January 2027, the job market is going to be completely unrecognizable, and your current skill set might already be a liability. Just sit with that for a second. Most professionals out there are, quite frankly, just guessing about their future. So the crucial point is, if you rely on outdated skills and traditional static timelines, the fear of falling behind isn't just some vague paranoia. It's a mathematical probability, and it's accelerating right toward us. Everything leads us to the year 2027. Achieving true professional dominance by this specific date requires a total fundamental mindset shift. You really can't just cross your fingers and hope for the best anymore. That just won't cut it. You absolutely need to treat your future exactly like a rigorous data science problem. And honestly, that work has to start today. Let's move to and see how this builds along a timeline of volatility. When you actually map this out, the urgency is crystal clear. The year 2025 brought these massive market shifts that absolutely decimated those static traditional 5-year plans we all used to wake. And that brings us to the current day, where, let's face it, a huge majority of the workforce is basically just guessing about what's next. But look ahead at the next 18 months. We are facing some intense projected market volatility, leading us straight into 2027's completely unrecognizable job market. The clock is ticking loudly, guys, and the current methodologies people are using to plan their careers, they're completely obsolete. Section 1. The death of speculative planning, or why guessing is now a massive liability. Okay, let's dive into this comparison. Traditional career coaching represents a completely dead era. I mean, it's built entirely on guessing and writing down these static 5-year plans that literally break the exact second the market shifts. But on the other hand, we have our new rigorous standard, algorithmic forecasting. This methodology utilizes a dynamic, data-driven blueprint and recursive simulations to actually keep pace with industry volatility. Think about it like this. It's the difference between trying to navigate a dense forest with some hand-drawn map from a decade ago versus using a crisp, real-time satellite GPS. Moving right along to Section 2, the Predictive AI Secret Weapon. This is all about moving from anxiety straight into empowerment. Let's ground this visionary talk in some concrete terminology really quick. We're talking about the recursive feedback loop. So what is that? Well, it's a continuous process that uses advanced predictive modeling to simulate your professional trajectory, which effectively replaces static goal setting entirely. By engineering this loop, which is essentially treating your career like an algorithm that gets smarter with every single new data point, you stop merely reacting to the economy. Instead, you're constantly feeding new market data right back into your model. This is what allows you to stay 3 steps ahead of everyone else who's just sitting around waiting for the news to hit. Now listen, we aren't just making some fancy digital plan here. The real goal is to rigorously stress test your professional life against these algorithmic forecasts. We want to take your current skills and very objectively evaluate them against projected industry shifts. Say a simulation shows a massive drop in demand for your primary skill over the next 18 months. Well, you don't panic when it happens because you adapt right now. This kind of proactive testing ensures you remain totally indispensable, no matter what crazy curveballs the market throws at you. All right, on to Section 3, architecting your personal data model. Time to create that 2027 blueprint. And this brilliantly illustrates how you actually execute this thing step by step. Step 1, you use predictive modeling to simulate your trajectory all the way through 2027. Step 2, you rigorously stress test your specific current skill sets against market volatility. So, for example, measuring your current coding abilities against the massive projected rise of generative AI. And step 3, because you've simulated that friction already, you can now identify high-leverage pivots before they actually materialize in the real world. You are out there making your move while the opportunity is literally still invisible to your competitors. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it all comes together. Ultimately, treating your career as a rigorous data science problem completely transforms wishful speculative goals into a rock-solid data blueprint. When you accurately map these algorithmic forecasts, the end result is super clear. You map those forecasts, transform your goals into data, and boom, you achieve sustained career security because you consistently stay 3 steps ahead of the competition. So I'll leave you with this. Are you still guessing about your future, or are you ready to actually engineer your absolute dominance for 2027? The strategies and tools to future-proof your career, they're available to you right now. It is time to stop reacting, completely abandon that speculative planning, and start using predictive AI to build your blueprint today. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.